Are you stuck choosing between the RTX 5070 Ti and the RTX 5080 for your next GPU upgrade? These two cards might seem similar at first glance with their 16 gigabytes of VRAM, but trust me, there's a lot more to unpack here. Stick around because I'm going to dive deep into what sets them apart, sprinkle in my own take as a seasoned reviewer, and help you figure out which one's worth your hard-earned cash, whether you're a gamer, a creator, or a bit of both. Let's kick things off with the basics. Both the RTX 5070 Ti and the RTX 5080 pack 16 gigabytes of VRAM, which is a solid foundation for modern gaming and professional workloads. High-res textures in games? No problem. Crunching through massive datasets for video editing or 3D rendering? Covered. But here's where the roads diverge. The 5080 flexes its muscles with more CUDA cores, giving it a clear edge in raw power. That sounds tempting, right? But hold on, because power isn't the whole story. Gaming, where the RTX 5080 shines. If you're all about gaming, especially if you're chasing that buttery smooth 4K experience, the RTX 5080 is calling your name. This card takes full advantage of NVIDIA's multi-frame tech, boosting frame rates and sharpening visuals in ways that make your games feel next level. Picture this. You're deep into a AAA title, maxed out settings, 4K resolution, and the 5080 just cruises through it like it's no big deal. The 5070 Ti? It's solid. Don't get me wrong, it'll handle 4K gaming too. But when the settings crank up and the demands pile on, it starts to sweat a little. For me, as someone who's tested countless GPUs, the 5080's edge in gaming is undeniable if you're the type who wants every pixel perfect. But here's my take. 16 gigabytes of VRAM is already overkill for most gaming scenarios today. Even at 4K, with tricks like DLSS and multi-frame in play, you're not going to max out that memory anytime soon. So, while the 5080's extra horsepower is awesome, it's really flexing for the enthusiasts who refuse to compromise. Work, the RTX 5070 Ti's sweet spot. Now let's flip the script and talk work. Video editing, 3D rendering, maybe some AI tinkering. The 5080 is faster, no question. More CUDA cores mean quicker render times and snappier performance across the board. But here's the kicker. The 5070 Ti can do all the same stuff. Sure, it's a bit slower. Think 10–15% depending on the task, but it's not like it's choking. I've run these cards through the ringer, and the 5070 Ti still churns out 4K video edits and complex 3D scenes without breaking a sweat. The difference? It might take an extra coffee break to finish. What really tips the scales for me is value. The 5070 Ti costs way less, let's say around $500, $550, while the 5080 is pushing $650 or more. That's a chunk of change you could stash away or spend elsewhere, like on faster storage or more RAM. And here's a pro tip from my own builds. The 5070 Ti is compact and sips power, so you can slap a second one into your rig later for a multi-GPU boost. Doubling up on 5070 Ti's could outpace a single 5080 in work tasks for roughly the same total cost, and it's way easier to fit into a standard case than two hulking 5080s. The price dilemma. Speaking of cost, let's get real about the numbers. The 5080's premium, about 15 to 20% more than the 5070 Ti, makes sense if you're all in on gaming or need every ounce of speed for work. But in my opinion, that jump feels steep for what you're getting, especially if your budget's tight. The 5070 Ti delivers 85% of the performance for 75% of the price, and that math just sings to me as a practical choice. Unless you're rendering Pixar-level animations or gaming on a 4K 44Hz monitor, the 5080's extra juice might be overkill. My 2 cents. Here's where I lay my cards on the table. If I were picking for myself, and I've agonized over GPU choices more times than I can count, the 5070 Ti would probably win. Why? It's the jack of all trades that doesn't bankrupt you. I've seen it handle everything from Cyberpunk 2077 at high settings to 8K video exports, and it's never let me down. But I'll admit, if I were a die-hard gamer with cash to burn, the 5080's gaming prowess would tempt me hard. It's the luxury sedan to the 5070 Ti's reliable SUV. Both get you there, but one's got a little more swagger. The final word. So, where does that leave you? If gaming at its peak is your vibe, the RTX 5080 is your champion. Pricey, but a beast. If you're juggling work and play on a budget, the RTX 5070 Ti is the unsung hero that punches above its weight. Both cards are stellar in their own right, but they're built for different crowds. Think about what you need most, max frames or max value, and let that guide you. Either way, you're getting a powerhouse that'll carry you into the future of tech.
If you enjoy this video, please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell to the later update from my channel. Thank you for watching till the end and see you in the next video.